everybody, and welcome back to Chatting the Podcast with your girl, Nyla Nijari. And this series is about generational shifts and just as a generation, how we're just making this just move, right? And I was like, who better, right, to talk about generational shifts, making moves, other than the man himself.
Nah, I'm just
my
a regular
boy.
guy.
Lums
I'm
is
just
here.
a regular guy.
A regular guy.
Just a regular
I said a
guy.
regular guy. What did we say before? A regular guy doing extraordinary things. Okay? Olamide is doing extraordinary day. I said that correctly, right?
You did.
Period. And he's out here, and I wanted to just have a vulnerable conversation about believing in your purpose, right? Because this podcast is all about real talk from real people with real perspectives and having the conversations that matter, right? And I just feel like if we're talking about walking in your purpose and we're talking about just believing in yourself and saying, hey man, like let's just see where this goes, like I'm learning that from y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going with it to see where it goes. So like just to start off, give the people a little bit about yourself, what you do, and then how you got involved in doing that.
All right, what's up, y'all? My name is Lams. Well, real name is Olamide, but everybody call me Lams, just to make
Uncle
it easier.
Lams.
From New York, Queens, Bourbon. Moved out here, Delaware. Started when I transferred to Delaware State University. Got my bachelor's in information technology in 2019. Then moved on to get my
IT. It's a degree in IT, but working through. But I mean, did y'all learn like camera? Did y'all learn like?
well, not necessarily camera stuff, but more so like on the design side, like web development, website designing, all that good
Maybe I
stuff.
should have did IT, Chelsea.
Hey man, it's where the money's at. But yeah, moved on to get my master's in 21 in business administration, and then I'm a photographer, videographer, graphic design, jack of all trades. So
Yes.
I just try to dip my hand in everything. But yeah, that's just me. I'm just a
So-
normal guy.
How did you even end up picking a camera? Like, how did that come to be?
Oh,
Where did it
man.
all start?
It's a funny story, but not a funny story at the same time. But I think it was back in, let's say 2017, 2018-ish. I just had a normal 7 Plus, iPhone 7 Plus.
That's 7 Plus.
Just helping people, just taking pictures of people, just so they can get viral on Instagram.
Right,
So I'm
right.
here taking pictures, and I remember one friend, to Siri. Shout out to Siri. I was taking her pictures. She said, "Oh, can you give me some pictures for the gram?" I said, "No, sure, that's no problem." Took some, gave it to her. I'm on the floor.
He up there
I'm,
getting all
just
the
getting good
angles.
angles, right?
And you got to with the iPhone because you got to really focus that in.
So I showed her, and just Siri being serious, she was like, "Oh my gosh, Lams, these are really good." And I'm like, yeah, it's like I'm just chilling for real. But she was like, "Oh, how you should really get into photography?" And I'm like, it's not me. I'm just here to help. I'm not really into being a photographer.
So what did you think before that? Like, what did you say your calling was like before you started taking pictures? Like, what did you think you would be doing right now?
I would actually like just be in the tech field, like just being like a software developer, which God willing, I'm still gonna pursue, of course. But yeah, I was literally just focused on tech, and I guess just one day during the summer, I was like, damn, I'm just sitting here. I was like, I need a job. I need to make some money, right? And I was just thinking, I was like, series, comments was just in my head, and I'm like, maybe I should try, maybe give it a shot. Yeah, give it a shot. So that's when I hit Junior. For those who don't know who Junior is,
Yes.
JR, that's my guy right there.
The GOAT.
So I hit up Junior. I was like, I'm thinking about starting a photography business. Can you help me make a logo? He said, yeah, I got you. And I was like, all right, cool. Then I asked him for recommendations of a camera. I was on Canon at the time. No, I was at Nikon. I was using Nikon at the time. Chill. Using Nikon at the time, and boom. Once I was on eBay.
Listen, we all got to start somewhere.
Right. So I was on eBay. Looked up. I think I had a Nikon D5000. Right. And got that. Once I hit purchase, I was like, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah, because that's an investment.
Yeah, it's really happening. So I was like, all right, boom. Then that's when I went back to jail. I was like, if you could, just help me out with this photography thing. And He was like, all right, cool, I got you. So I'm like, all right, cool. How the name came about though is my boy Ralph. So every time, we in the MOK, he'd be like, Lams Effect. Lams Effect. And he's like, yo, let me get a picture. And I was like, that's a good name.
That's a good name.
So shout out to Ralph.
For real. Shout out to the community, for real.
And that's how I got the name. Now starting with my very, very first photo shoot, happened to be with JR. I asked him, he was about to do a shoot in Maryland, and I asked him if I could roll with him. He said, sure. I was like, all right, cool, just to learn from him. So we got there. I think it was another photographer named Rolfine. He's another great photographer in Maryland. He was in his studio, and JR was just shooting one of his models, and I'm just here just looking and, seeing what to do. And then after he's done, he just looked at me and said, go ahead. I'm like,
that's so him, though. He just...
Yeah. So he just looked at me and said, go ahead. I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm just here just, clicking away, trying to see what I'm just flashing. Yeah. And I mean, it came out pretty good. But, that was like my first, like me getting into it. He just threw me in the
And that was the setup. But sometimes you need that though. Like, I like Animal Planet. I don't know. I just love Nat Geographic. I don't know. I just love learning about the world around us. But like,
I don't blame
you. Baby birds, they just get pushed off the edge. Like they just sitting there and then the mom's like, all right, go. And it's either you gonna fly or you gonna fall. But like, I think those moments really help us like move forward. Cause in that, I bet you that just set the tone for you where it was like, this is what I need to do. I told JR, I had my little brother come here to like watch us do some episodes last time. And he just sat there and he just watched. And we left and he was like, Nyla, I can be a videographer. I think I'm gonna get into photography. I need to get a camera now. And I can wear Crocs every day. Like he's just he saw that and he was like, wow. And I just think that it's so big to just have a community around you. Because I hear, you talking about a lot of people who have like impact you. So like, can you kind of talk about the importance of the community? Because I'm thinking, of course you was going to make your own way. But had it not been for those people who pushed you and had that community around you, because even with like good vibes, all that type of stuff, good vibes only, like y'all got people pushing each other to like be better. That's like, what does that mean to you? Like, just,
I mean, it means so much, honestly, like just having that community behind you, because you never know who they know. You feel me? So that connect, that networking, that bridge, that relationship, always is really essential. And I will always be appreciative of how I got here because of my community and stuff like that. So.
And then even like seeking mentorship. I feel like a lot of people, we're talking about generational shifts. So in today's generation, like they just want to figure it out themselves. Like it's like, oh, I'm gonna just do it. And I just feel like the way to be the best version, I'm sure you can attest on this. We got like the same mentor.
Pretty much.
But like mentorship is everything in my eyes. Cause I feel like, of course you need those people around you. Like your friends like, oh, this looks good, but who's going to tell me exactly how I need to do it? Who's going to put me in the position and just be like, go, like, just do it, you know? So like, I'll say in today's generation, I guess more of my question is, do you feel like mentorship plays a major role in your success?
Oh, most definitely. What? I would not be here if it wasn't for, I would not actually have most of these opportunities if it wasn't for my mentor, which is, JR. Like, there were times where we would go on, let's say we go to weddings, we do weddings, we do events, events for major companies, having, building a relationship with Del State where they could trust me and I could be able to come back and do shoots with them alongside JR. Like, it's just those things that, where he put me in that position. Well, first he would let me, give me some, trial runs and stuff. And then he was like, okay, when you're ready, then we can do this. But at the same time, he's like, yo, the best way you can learn is just
experience, just do it.
Just go in there.
Jump out there. And then I think also big key. So we talked about your community, like, pushing you. Then we talked about the mentorship, but even following through. Because a lot of people, it's like, all right, well, I'll hit this person up. But then, like, some people can't even take constructive criticism. I need constructive criticism. Tear me apart.
Definitely.
Like,
I do too.
And some people think that it's a bad thing. I feel like constructive criticism makes you stronger. Like, I
totally agree.
Like, because I just feel like if you don't tell me what I'm doing wrong, how am I going to
fix it? Right.
Duh. Like, a lot of people don't pay attention to that. They just, like, everything has to be good. It always has to be positive feedback. Like, I want you to tell me how I can improve and get better. So, like, for you, what was I guess you could say maybe a key moment or like a key piece of advice that kind of like happened that made you be like, oof, I got to tighten up some, or like even following through. Like what moment for you was like, wow, I'm really doing this? Like,
damn, it's a lot of moments. I ain't gonna lie. But I would say when I started doing shoots myself, like literally by myself.
Right, because you were shadowing him for a while.
Mm-hmm. And then when I got that first client, I'm not gonna lie, that was when I started doing like $30 shoots.
Yeah,
right.
Just to get the clientele.
Yeah, so I'm getting there. First shoot, I walk in there, my heart pounding. Like,
yeah,
I'm really doing this. And the backdrop malfunctioned. So I'm like,
stressing.
Yo, I'm like, all right. So Gerald wasn't around. So I'm like, who do I call to help? Like, so surprisingly, one of my friends who was around, he kind of helped me with the backdrops. And I said, all right, cool. Just breathe. Just remember what. And the first thing that always came to mind when it comes to like me just being a different photographer is always build that relationship with your client. Right. So that's one of the key things that kind of like made me just keep going, just building that relationship with clients, like building that friendship, and just getting to know them where they could be comfortable.
Yeah.
In that creative space, and that way we could create a story that they wanted to tell.
Yeah, and I think y'all do such a great job of that, and it's so crazy to like hear the evolution, because I met y'all together. Like I remember the first time I met both of y'all the same day at the Jamila panel.
Oh, that was the first day we met.
That was the very first day I met y'all. But like since then, I always seen like, I know, even though of course, y'all don't attend the university, like y'all have taken over DSU in like the most positive way ever. Like if somebody needs something done and they want it clear, crisp, and to the point, you're calling Loms or you're calling JR. Like if you want it done, that's who you're calling. And that's not nothing that's just was handed to y'all. Like y'all worked, y'all built that portfolio. So like, what does it mean to even look back at that? Like going back to DSU, but like, I know you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I'm just a regular person, but like y'all the man when it comes to the photography, videography.
I mean, I'm a calm guy, I'm not that famous, But it just happened I just happened to know everybody. Well, everybody just happened to know me on campus.
Right.
And I was just that nice, friendly person on campus, just talking to everybody, having fun and making people smile, dancing and just joking around with them. So I guess when they found out that I became a photographer, they wanted to support.
Yeah, and that's big.
That's when I just kind of got happy, because it's like, wow, these people is really being supportive. I'm getting recommendations, I'm getting referrals.
Yeah.
Not only through them, but through Jared as well.
Right.
And then my other team member,
yes,
Brennan. Shout out to Brennan.
Yes.
There's three of us, and we just moved through with it.
Yeah, but y'all always like, that's what I love, because one thing I love about working with Chels, because that's my like DSU partner in the mix, because I feel like y'all kind of came up through DSU together, but it's always like, not only are we pushing each other, but we have the same goal to succeed. And I think some people think of success as like, oh, money or what you do or who you know, but like, I value y'all and what y'all do, because I feel like we have the same mentality where it's like, the success that I gain is more of the stories I tell, less of, like, not saying it's nothing to me, but like celebrities, cool. Like it's great. It's awesome. But like the same work I'll put out from a celebrity is the same thing I'll put out for just homeboy around the block telling the stories. Like I'm just all about telling the stories.
You never know who's going to see it.
Yes.
You never know who's going to see that.
Yes. And so even being like a creative storyteller, like, I know a lot of your work highlights the essence of just like Black joy. Like I saw the series you did with the colors, and I loved.
I'm not gonna. That's one of my favorite projects.
Loved. My sister was up in there all like, I was like, man, let me know if you need somebody to do the little thing next time.
I'm not gonna lie about that project. It was really hard finding models that you're not used to, and that was the goal that I wanted to achieve. Like just try something different, try another route, try different models that I'm not used to, so I can be able to be like, okay, this is something different, something that people want to see. So because
then it's testing yourself too, and I feel like a lot of people are afraid to do that. Like how do you feel about obstacles? For me, if it's an obstacle, I feel like it's making me stronger. Some people take obstacles as like a setback. You know what I'm saying?
I hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I hated obstacles, but it's for a reason. You know? So it's like you have a love hate for obstacles. So.
And then being a creative, like, and talking about, I know you make a lot of content, but one thing I feel like as a creative and just a content maker, you don't follow the trends, you make your own. So like, what's that mindset like for you? Because I feel like everybody today is just trying to do what they see instead of making something new. Like, but how do you even, for yourself, like how do you even do that? Is it just testing yourself? Is it just...
That's crazy. It's crazy how you said that, because when I first when reels started coming about, and I'm just looking, I'm like, wow, people doing reels, they doing something that get themselves out there. So I'm like, yo, I need to get myself out there, And that was like one of the first, because last year I was just in the crib, I just not really doing anything. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get up and make some content. I know if I just keep saving, saving reels, I'm not gonna get up and do it. So I'm like, all right. So I'm here looking at like mainly like photography topics and what they do. But it's like a lot of trendy stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, I started following the trends a little bit, and I was like, I need to do something different, something that makes me stand out. So I did some, comedy photography, relate like point of views of how, clients are at shoots, or how how photographers react in shoots and stuff like that.
It was the one video where you was in front of the thing when it was like when your file's corrupt, you started screaming at it. Now that was funny.
Oh my gosh. And a lot of people really could relate to that, because it happened so many times. So I just wanted to make sure like I was just relatable to not only just the clients, but my viewers and other creatives as well. So that was like my main target, was like other creatives. So yeah.
All right. So meaningful moments. And we talked about following your purpose, and what I was just talking about is being in important rooms. You've been in a lot of important rooms with a lot of important people, right? And I think especially in this industry, it's very easy to get caught up on that. So how do you just maneuver that and use it for like opportunities, like, networking, moving accordingly, like you're not a fan, you're there to work, right? So like, what's that like for you?
All right, so just being in a room full of higher ups, I always put in my mind like, yo, just be you.
Yeah.
Right? Just be you. Don't be that, oh my gosh, this is such and such. Let me take a picture. Can I take a picture? No, just be calm and just make sure like I introduce myself. Let them know that I'm just a photographer and I'm just here to work, and might take a picture of you. And just make sure they know who I am,
right.
just make sure they know who I'm with, know, because I'm not just representing myself, I'm representing, the people who are, who I came here with. So I just keep it calm, casual, and just make sure I just build that relationship.
Yeah.
That's literally that's all I can do.
Because
it goes a long way.
It goes a long way. And one day I shook Lance Grove's hand and I told him my name, and I was like, I'm Nyla, DESU TV program producer. That's all I had, but I gave it what I could. And I'm like, one day, hopefully I see him again and he gonna remember that. But even like when I did the interview with Meek, and I know we were at HBCU together, so Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah, I was there when you did that.
Yes, Amanda
I was
Seals.
excited for it. I was like, wow. I was like, yo,
that was crazy. But it's even like my dad, he's always like, you can't act like you're not supposed to be there. And that stuck with me, because I was like, I never wanted to... I hope one day to be the person in that room where people are like, hello, my name is so-and-so. But those type of things make a difference. Like, and some people feel like, oh, well, I'm not going to kiss nobody's butt. Like, I ain't going to, hello, how you doing? This is what I do. I ain't say I gotta work for you or nothing. It's just, this is who I am and what I do. And I feel like you said that goes a long way, but like beyond just networking, like just setting the tone for who you are and like what you want to do.
And it's funny how you said, it's so funny how you brought up Lance Groves, because remember I met him at HBCU week in Orlando, and that was my first time meeting him, and he's a Kappa as well.
Yes.
So I was like, yo, it was good, bro. I introduced myself, took a picture, shot up the yo and everything. And second time meeting him was at the HBCU week.
Yes.
The awards gala.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he was the Trailblazer awardee, and met him again, and introduced myself again, just just to make sure, like, you know I am.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
Yeah, so, but, I just kept it calm and casual. And then third time meeting him, me and Keith, we was at the airport in New York.
Just ran into him?
We just really just walked into him. Like, literally just walked in. We just, because we was going to ATL, so we just here walking.
Y'all love an ATL trip.
And he was just walking, like, literally just a casual person just walking. And he was like, yo, what's good, bros? I'm like, we just saying what's up, adapt us up, and, just making sure we was good and making sure he was good. And then we just went up separate ways. That was it. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
But, like, he remembered you. And all it was an introduction. Like... And so, if he might need some camera help, he needs somebody to do some interviews, he needs something like that. He knows what's up. He knows where y'all at. So, that ain't never hurt nobody. But I think, we talked about your journey. You got a pretty nice resume you got here. But we talked about getting into your journey, right? Finding your purpose. So if you were looking at rookie you, the you that was in that shoot when JR was like, just try it out. Like, what advice would you give kind of to yourself in that moment for the journey ahead?
Let me think about this one a little bit. But the advice I would tell my rookie self is, be more creative, be different. Because like you said, there's been times where there's been like now it's been everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's keep doing the same thing. So what makes you stand out, And just be yourself. When I was my rookie self, I always wanted to be like JR. Like I just wanted to do what he does and, trying to be calm and collected as he is. He's a man of many words. So just to see how he is towards like, his community. But like everybody says, like, we're all different people.
Right.
So just find your own lane, find what you're good at, and just stick with that. Don't try and, overstress yourself.
Yes.
That's another thing. Don't stress yourself. Try not to do everything all at once. You'll get there. Patience is everything. So you'll get there. So I would say that's a couple of advices I would say to myself.
And then now we're talking to the present you. Now we're looking to the future. So 10 years from now, 5-10 years, we'll give you a little range. Where do you hope to be? What do you, hope to accomplish in terms of just moving forward and being you?
Wow. Definitely go back into the tech field. I love technology. Technology has always been...
I might have to take some classes. I only know how to like work Siri and then like Google Docs. That's it. CapCut. Final Cut. I'm doing that.
I do that too. I got that. That's what I do. But definitely go back to the tech field. I love technology. I've been a fan of technology since I was a kid. And, just be able to apply like what I've learned in photography and IT and just apply it to life. I want to, make my own app, just something to, be impactful. And also, travel the world.
Yeah.
Travel the world, become a travel photographer.
Yeah. See the world through many lenses. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
Keep that Put that on the slogan. Well, listen, my boy Lons, thank you so much for coming here and talking with us and the people today, all about being true to your purpose. And I think we learned today, just be you. Go with what you got and just be you. So thank you for chatting with us, and we will see you on the next episode. Bye, y'all.
Podcast.